Hey guys, TikTok Sully here, or just Sully, back with another video. And today I want to bring you a video on the Flyknit trainer by Nike. This is a shoe that has a small amount of history behind it within street style, but not only that, it's a great sneaker, it's beautifully constructed, and one of the best, if not the best, Flyknit models that Nike have created, in my opinion anyway. As you can tell, I have two pairs sitting in front of me and they're looking pretty brand new, because as you may or may not know, these recently got retroed again, which is a great re-release for myself, and I'm happy to have picked them up, which is why I'm bringing you this video. So I'll be showing you guys the shoe and explaining a little bit about them, why they're such a great shoe, the hype behind them, and why I personally love them and had to pick them up in 2 colorways. So let's get into it and hope you guys enjoy.
Yeah, pull up in my band once with a bad one. Yeah, friend acting foul, that's an ad one. Yeah, love how you assassin. Yeah, watch your mouth.
Now of course, this is the Nike Flyknit trainer. These first released back in 2012 and they had some hype behind them back then, so the fact that Nike re-released them, they were definitely going to gain some attention again. This release was also in their original condition, as back then this shoe did have a restock and they were slightly altered with an added padding added around the ankle, as well as the laces being changed to a flat lace, which kind of ruined the shoe from a style perspective, for me at least anyway. So the fact that they're back to their original state on this 2018 release, I had to make sure I grabbed them. Back in 2012, after the London Olympics, when Nike athletes debuted the Flyknit in a neon colorway, these were first only really seen on Kanye West, and that was one of his peak times in style around this era, so that caused instant hype for them. He also surprisingly wore them quite a bit, and at some point in time he ended up wearing both the white and the black colorway, and because of this shoe also got the nickname YeKnits because he wore them so often. It makes sense though, because in 2012 he was signed to Nike, but not only that, this was a revolutionary sneaker, being that it was one of the first models to introduce Flyknit to Nike, and the first to introduce it to the culture, as the other models that were released were more suited to athletes, even more so than this one, because after all this is still a running trainer. It's hard to believe that Flyknit has only been around for 6 years now, after Nike have overly used it so much and basically put it on every silhouette, but I guess that's profit maximizing at its finest. Or maybe they just really like the technology. Anyway, after this shoe did gain some traction, mainly from the streetwear community, and it did seem to sell. The hype wasn't crazy for them though, because back in 2012, I did surprisingly manage to pick these up on sale after they dropped from £130 to £90, which was a great steal for me at the time. But after this, they did end up selling out completely, which thinking about it now makes sense, because they must have been getting ready to release the 2.0 version, which as I mentioned was way worse and it just didn't sit on the foot the same. I still have my pair from 2012, and as you can tell, I wore the hell out of these. At the time, I got these in my true to size UK 10, and after about a year or so, they started getting a hole in the front of the knit due to my toe. So not only are they properly beaten up, they also have holes in them, which meant that by 2014 I couldn't really wear them anymore. So since then they've just been in the shoebox in my closet, as I couldn't really sell them either, but I didn't want to sell them anyway because I wanted to keep them for memories, as I wasn't expecting them to re-release. And that brings us to July of 2017, where fans of the sneaker would get some good news that was unexpected, and Nike would go ahead and re-release the Flyknit trainer in their original white colorway, with no gimmicks, no added padding, no straight laces, everything OG, and that was enough for me to want to get my hands on a pair. Now these dropped in July of 2017 as mentioned, and you know what happened? I missed out on them. I don't know what it was, if I overslept or what it was, but it was just another L for me. So I figured I'll just sit on them until I really want them and just pick them up on resale, because resale isn't horrible on these, seeing as they retail for 130 and resale right now is only looking at about 160, 170. You could probably even find them for about 150. But lucky for me and many others, Nike went ahead and restocked these in August of 2017 on the sneakers app, which is when I picked them up, and this pair was actually surprisingly easy to cop. I still haven't worn them though, because I am saving them for better weather, seeing as it is pretty bad out right now and it is winter and it is a white sneaker, so they will get extra dirty. But I thought I was done, and that was the end of the retro of the Flyknit trainer. But sure enough, Nike went ahead and continued rolling out the Flyknit trainer they knew sneakerheads would love. They ended up releasing them in a yellow colorway, an off-white grey and a pink too, and continued to roll out even more colorways such as a purple, an olive green and even a baby blue. I was going to pick up the grey off-white pair, but I figured, why do I need 2 white shoes, especially when it's the same model? As well as that, I can't really be spending money like that, you know, still need to budget. But if I missed out on the whites, I probably would have settled for the off-white pair and I would have been just as happy. But that brings us to February of 2018, and Nike would announce they were dropping yet another colorway of the Flyknit trainer, this time in all black, which I was really happy to see, and I was planning on picking these up. But days before those dropped, Nike would announce again they were dropping yet another OG colorway, and I wanted this pair more so than the OG whites, and that is of course the pair you see sitting right here, and that is the OG black and white colorway. So I decided to leave the all blacks and thought the two OG colorways would be fine for me. And on the 27th of February, these dropped and I was up for 8 AM ready to buy them on the sneakers app. But sure enough, Nike screwed me over and they sold out in 2 minutes and I didn't manage to get a pair. I was let down, but then I realized they were releasing to other retailers too, so I kept searching for them and I managed to find them on Size and Foot Patrol. So I tried buying them on Size and I kept trying to process my card payment and it kept saying it can't process it. Even though they were stock, after about 20 minutes it said they were sold out. I tried Foot Patrol and the same issue was happening. It said they were stock but my card payment wasn't processing. But I kept on trying and eventually my card payment went through and I managed to get a pair on Foot Patrol. Even though I was happy to get a pair, the issue was that the pair on Foot Patrol retailed at £145 and the one on Size I could get for £126 with a 10% code and free shipping. So I really wanted the pair from Size, and I figured if I managed to get that pair, I'll return the ones from Foot Patrol and keep this one. And sure enough, after trying just once or twice, I managed to get a pair on Size. So I ended up returning the Foot Patrol pair and here we are. I have one of my favourite Flyknit models in 2 clean colourways. As well as that, they're very casual and easy for me to wear. The build and the silhouette look really nice on feet and it goes really well with my style and my outfits. These are built sturdy and the Flyknit is tight in the way it's interlaced, making for a great knit effect on the front as well as the silhouette. So for me, this is one of the best knit models available. But since 2012, we have been introduced to more knit models such as the Adidas Ultra Boost, which is a close contender, being that it is a lot more comfortable with its boost technology, but only on the 1.0 versions, because similarly to Nike, Adidas updated the Ultra Boost one too many times and ended up changing the knit on them. So it's not the same sneaker anymore and it doesn't sit on the foot the same. Nike also released a similar Flyknit, but the shape and style wasn't as good and it was a lot more flimsy, so it wasn't the same as the Flyknit trainer. I used to have a pair, but I ended up throwing them away after I wore them out. The knit also got another hole in them similarly to my first pair, so they were of no use anymore. There's also the Y3 Prime Knit, which is also a great sneaker, but I still prefer the Flyknit trainer. I just like how it looks on feet. But yeah, that's the Nike Flyknit trainer. I thought I'd give you a closer look and explain the hype a little bit behind them. I did size up in these and got them in the UK 11. My true to UK size is a 10.5, but I think if I went true to size, they would have been a bit too snug and I would have seen a repeat of what happened to my other pairs with the knit. So I would definitely recommend sizing up by 0.5. You could probably even get away with a full size up. But that's all for this sneaker and that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed watching, be sure to hit that like button, it always helps. And in the meantime, you can check out some of my older videos by clicking on my channel down here, and I do have some more videos on the way for you guys soon. I'll also leave some social handles in the description if you want to keep up to date with me. But besides that, thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next one.